All right, once again, all about love. Microphone check 1 2. So we had a problem with my video. We did a reading with this awesome individual. So a new version. I'm going to just review all the awesome connections, yes or no, that we had. Short and sweet to the point, and how everything is connected. So quickly, could you please just tell us how you found me? And yeah.
Yes, hi Jay, thank you. I actually found you a few years ago, not exactly sure how, but I discovered you on YouTube and I watched your video, thought it was just awesome. You put a lot of good stuff out there, and now I follow you on Facebook. So I've been wanting to do this name reading for a while, so I'm glad I have a chance to do it now.
Beautiful, and once again, thank you for doing this. Well, is it fair to try to do this in 8 minutes?
We can try. I'm sure we can do it.
Okay, so, review. The number 53 came up with your name.
Yes.
Now, the number 53 related directly to someone in your family who was...
My brother.
Your brother. And the number 53 equaled the number 8, in which pertained to the ox of the tarot, the bull, and your brother is a...
Taurus.
A Taurus.
And he's got a tattoo of a bull right on his chest.
He has a tattoo of a bull on his chest. I was wearing Taurus on my chest in the reading, Hare Krishna. And I'm disabled a bit. I have a crippled scar tissue issue. I also teach holistic dance to someone who's also disabled and paralyzed on her left side. She fell from 100 feet at the age of 12. Took birth control in her 20s, and it stopped up her intestines. She couldn't go to the bathroom. And then in her 30s, her left side of her brain froze. And your brother is also...
He is disabled. He actually suffered a stroke, and I don't think I mentioned this, but he is also disabled on one side of his body, his left side of his body.
His left side.
Yes.
Which means that his right brain is very powerful, the feminine.
Right.
Wow. And you're taking care of him, correct?
I do. I make sure that he's taken care of, basically. Yes.
So, and the theme of this was also to take care of each other, this community of truth, to not shame anybody, calling anyone names, finding unique ways of healing us, because we've been through a lot of stuff. Now, in the 53, I asked you, it's also flipping to 3 5s for 5, 10, 15, and the age of 6 and 15, and what happened to you at 15 and 6.
Right. So at the age of 15, which I didn't think about it until later on in our conversation, I was actually in a horrific car accident. And the car accident came up too in one of your readings. So. Wow. Yes.
That's amazing. And so also, my mom was in a car accident, hit by 5 cars. My number is 5. JHE is 18514 for 5. Interesting. I was in a car accident, hit from the back. The guy's car was blown up and all smashed, broke his hand, and I went on to teach dance, which means that you and I are a miracle, yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
We also did say that some people reincarnate here as goldfish and food for the predator of the human, yes or no?
Yes.
And that you and I believe, are past maybe heretics, healers that came back here in a human form to heal the people, yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
Because most people, sadly, they want to watch Netflix, right? The game, take the pill, all this stuff, and not focus on the numbers and magic of this reality, yes or no?
Correct.
God bless you. Thank you.
Sadly.
And also, I believe the number 8, 5 and 3 is 8. Don't you have a tattoo of an 8?
My one and only tattoo is the infinity number, which is an 8, right on my arm here.
On your left arm?
Yes, on my left arm.
Hare Krishna Shiva Boom Om JHE, into the goddess. And your letters are K, J, and S. Is King James Version, which King James, I'm going to insert this. King James, actually, he burned holistic witches. He called women into astrology and herbal medicine. And aren't you a holistic person now?
I am. I actually studied holistic medicine, holistic healthcare, and specializing in nutrition and herbalism.
So you, once again, I don't know you. I don't want to speak for your past lives or whatever, but I'm assuming that if King James burned all these women and he was eating chicken while he watched this, I have compassion for the animals, right? That you and I are actually a reincarnation of all these souls. I'm a Taurus ruled by Venus. like your brother, and the moon, a feminine sign. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. So revenge is not only coming back here as an angry, I'm going to kill you. Revenge is, we're going to come back here and come back here as a high octave because you can't kill us all, yes or no?
Nope.
Hi.
No.
And so we know that women go through a lot of abuse, but very quickly. So you did suffer some sexual abuse?
I did at a very young age and later on in life as well.
Well, bless you. And which I told you that I think that it would be useful for you to also talk to single mothers who are abused so they don't repeat the same thing. Low self-esteem, they're broken inside. We want to uplift them, right? So we don't repeat the cycle of abuse. I was abused. My mom abused me. Very good. Now, in the tarot, the colors were deep green and yellow. And how did that relate to you personally, the color green and yellow?
Well, I was very surprised. Well, everything's just been just awesome, all the synchronicity. But I actually have a holistic business, and the logo is the three infinities intertwined together, and the colors of my logo and my business are green and yellow. And I've had it for probably 6 years.
This is her name doing this, not her birth chart. People, your name is magic, yes or no?
Yes, it is.
Even in Namaste.
Awesome.
Yes, and Namaste is Name. And you're into feng shui?
I am a feng shui consultant, hence the infinity symbol.
So feng shui is the fungi, is the mushroom. And I told you, right, to be barefoot and possibly get into mushrooms because they will heal you. There is good fungus and there is bad fungus.
Yeah.
Very good. So now we also had the 155, the number 155 appeared in the name reading, which is my name in Chaldean. Now, in a YouTube video before this, I had a prophecy and a prediction that my name would appear, and it did, yes or no, 155.
Yes, it did.
Which is the High Priestess, and the number 2 is 11. Now, you mentioned something happening at the age of 2, and I forget what it was.
Well, I was born in Mexico, and I believe that was actually around the time I was raped by a neighbor.
Oh my God, hallelujah. At 2 years old. Wow, okay, so I'm going to put this down for a second and just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How does that pertain to me and my buddy who I teach holistic dance to? So she is what is called a, what's the term? Dealing with grieving and death. She helps people deal with the loss of someone. And also she found out that a child just talked to her and told her that she was raped. And she had a dream about it before it happened. And then we watched the sun, and the sun makes an analemma, the figure 8, yes or no?
Yes, it does.
Now, I didn't tell you, your meniscus makes a figure 8 in the knee if you look it up, the infinite path. And also, I realized that when we talk to the sun and we chant to it, we are speaking and healing ourselves. And hence now the urine thing, in etymology, urine is phosphorus, and it means to bear children and the morning star. So what you are doing is you are drinking your pain, yes or no?
Yes.
So if we have shame and guilt and, if we did the abortion thing, whatever we had to do, listen, God forgives if you do service for humanity, yes or no?
Yes, he does.
So we are at 8 minutes and 53 seconds. Do you feel comfortable to go a little longer, or do you want to get back to your life? Because I don't want to suck your energy here.
No, I'm fine. We can continue. I love this.
Great, good. So my phone will give me at least a good 15 minutes. Good.
Okay.
All right. So now in the tarot, we reviewed that the tree was your birch tree.
Yes.
And where you live, you were telling me they have these, yes or no?
Yes, we do.
You kidding me? Now, I didn't tell you this. I had a best friend named Travis Birch.
Huh.
Ballet dancer. Met him in Canada. And he had family in Kitchener, Canada. Kitchener? The kitchen?
Yeah.
Kit Kat, the kit, the medical kit. You see where I'm going here? Yeah. Everything that we live in is meant to help us wake up from amnesia. Because when we reincarnate as a high octave, we must be careful. We will forget everything we're doing right now. We will. But the positive thing is, if you have a high vibration, at some point you are going to wake up again and be a teacher, but maybe it's a different version. Maybe in our next reincarnation, I don't know, it's in martial arts and we save someone from breaking their knee, or someone is driving their car too fast and we're like, hey, slow down. Now, mixed martial arts, I told you, is the letters M-A-M for ma'am.
Yep.
Women. Mare is Latin for the water, is Mary, is the army, is marine, is mare, water. And how does the Marines relate to you directly?
My middle daughter is a Marine. She enlisted a couple years ago.
You know what? I think this is even better because we're just like, just cutting to it and no bull. Like, I am so grateful to you. I am nothing without my people. And you are a Scorpio.
I am a Scorpio.
And
Scorpio
you have
sun.
also a unique thing with your children as Scorpios, right?
Yes, I do. I am a Scorpio sun. I have 3 daughters. My oldest is a Scorpio sun. My middle, who's a Marine, is a Scorpio moon. And my youngest is Scorpio rising. And I have a new granddaughter who is a Scorpio sun as well.
Wow.
So definitely.
Now, the term 666, we're going to dance with that. 6 pertains to sex. In our carbon 12, we have 6 protons, electrons, not electing any politician, it's us, and neutrons. It's a new day, people. Truth community, do not shame anyone and call people names. People are mentally suffering today, high suicide rates. It is much more important that, as opposed to backstabbing each other and calling each other names because we don't agree because of our diet or the shape of the earth, that we talk to someone who has been sexually abused, yes or no?
Yeah.
Oh my God, like that's the truth. That's the truth. It's more than the shape of the earth because your Mother Earth also goes through RAPE. Did you know that this might help you to heal that rape, if you research it, is an actual, it's a blade of grass. And it's yellow for the sun. I learned that in England. I was in England, I was in Leeds, and some guy said, yeah, there's a lot of rape in the fields. I was like, whoa. He's like, no, mate, I mean, it's grass. Look it up. And it actually is a yellow version of the grass.
Oh, wow.
Now, yellow is, I don't know, the sun. Review. The number 8 is the strength card. A female taming a lion. The sun. You are meant to tame the sexual heat. All of your children are Scorpio sexual organ rulers, are meant to, in some fashion, help with not only sexual energy to heal people who have been harmed, but also creative. Helping those who say, oh, I don't do that anymore. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't rap. I can't dance. Yes, you can. Now, I asked...
Creative energy.
Exactly. Now, in the tarot, I remember your logo was Uruz. U-R-U-Z, which meant to handle your strengths, you must notice your weaknesses. And what was your weakness again you felt?
Not believing in myself.
And didn't you have a job where you were making $100,000?
I was. So you mentioned that also, I forget which part of my name, but it's to excel in the corporate world. And I actually did that at a very young age, right out of high school, and worked up the corporate ladder, was making almost $100,000 by the time I was 28, 27. So I did very well there, but I was just I didn't feel that's what I was meant to do. I didn't like it. And that's when I left and went into the holistic studies.
Okay, so holistic. We have the hallway. When we go out in the hallway, we notice that in some places, if you're living in the projects, you'll see homeless people or people who smell like urine or a child or someone who's afraid and they're running from someone. The hallway is the truth. The holistic hallway, if you go to Egypt, is called the Halls of Amenti. Very simple. What is this? In the Book of the Dead, it is called the hallway for ascension, meaning you go through a tunnel or a rabbit hole in death, And these ancient ones, meaning your numbers, these little entities that are giving you signs in me every day, are going to question you as to why they should take you from that flesh and put you beyond the sun, beyond the moon, and beyond the dome of the stars. What makes you so special? And here's how you do that. I'm going to give you another good thing to do. Your brain still functions after you die. It pumps for 10 seconds. Whoa. Now watch this. Why is it 10? Internet, attention. So it takes 10 seconds for you to get dealt with because a lot of babies getting born and dying. The stars don't have time, right? What is the Wi-Fi and fast? So you have the right to tell the creators this. What makes me worthy is this. When I was harmed as a 2-year-old, there was no one there. There was no Saturn. There was no Jupiter and Venus down here physically to take me out of that situation. And I did it on my own. So I ask, where were you all when this happened? And now I'm looking at you and I'm realizing you're here now. That is powerful shit. They were in this. Yes, you have the right to question your creator. Same way you have the right to question your Sifu and your professor and your mommy and daddy. Yes, you do. It's called, hey, Mom, I want an apology for abusing me. You better get therapy. She got so mad at me. And she freaked out and disowned me later for asking her for an apology. She told me she wanted to have an abortion when I asked her to apologize for beating me with a bat on my shin. I told her, whoa. She says, when you asked me for that, I should have had an abortion. And she's a Christian, and they don't believe in that.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. I love my mom, but you see where I'm going here?
Mm-hmm.
So you have the right to question Venus, Jupiter, the halls of Amenti, and say to them, well, where were you? You were in my body, and I dealt with it. Hi.
Wow.
Yeah, it didn't matter what you ate or what, even if you weren't, let's say, always doing the right thing, and maybe if you did some drugs, I did cocaine, hello. I ate McDonald's. I watch the porn, still have a bit of, I like to watch, I'm very sexual. Repression is the devil. Repression and shaming and blocking yourself. No, just give yourself to humanity after you feel like you might have wasted something. And drink your urine. It's your minerals. If you are guilty for having sex, if whatever we are today, this means to bear children your urine.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called, I don't know, another chance, honey.
Yeah.
How many game shows they say, oh, sudden death, or you have the audio daily double and you have another chance to make some more money here. Why?
Right.
In Uno is a very good game because lots of colors in that. There were cards that allowed you to have the privilege to come back from losing.
Yeah.
So we must know that it is not the end of the world if we make mistakes.
I agree.
And how many steaks have I eaten? I used to love steak ranchero, Mexican food. Girl.
So good.
You know what mistake is? Mistake is a cow, a female cow. You have time to go to a female cow and to talk to them and say, hey, I love you. I'm grateful for you. And I apologize for all the hell you go through. And I'm so grateful, cow, that you don't break into my house with your mighty horns and hoof me to death for eating your child and calling it veal.
Wow.
I'm so mad at humans for not finding a compassionate way. The vegan movement, never mind a movement. I just don't eat things that have eyes, and I consider it someone's child. And I want to learn how something that will watch its child get its legs and wings and skin ripped off for wallet and fashion and not come flying through my window saying, shame on you for having that feathery, furry coat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the process of what it takes to make leather for the, Hare Krishna. So, but the positive is this, the animals still flourish, they heal, and they'll go out there and they will not hurt you. But what does the human do? I want revenge, you ball earther, you flat earther, you don't believe in astrology, you're an anarchist, you're an atheist, you don't believe in God, you voted Biden, you voted Trump, this is bullshit.
Division, it's division, that's what it is.
And schools tend to focus more on dividing and not having a word solution. They gave us an word problem.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Good stuff. Good
So
stuff.
we're good. I want to say again, Hare Krishna, Shiva Boom Om, JHE. And if you want to say that, if you want to say Shiva Boom Om and say your name, try it.
Shiva Boom Om Carla.
And get your name decoded. Yes, get your name decoded. And once again, watch all the videos and bless this goddess. And people, it is not doom and gloom. We got this. And I'm going to end it there.